Hi, my name is Day and welcome back to my channel. So obviously, as you can tell from the title of this video, it's going to be on the serious side, and I have a whole slew of videos that I kind of want to do eventually on my channel that kind of deal with more serious topics. I just did want to put like a little trigger warning in the beginning. We're going to be talking about eating disorders and body dysmorphia and whatnot today. And so if any of that is at all concerning or triggers you at all, then I would click away from this video right now. I'm not gonna have any pictures today, but yeah, the discussion is just going to be around eating disorders. So yeah, click away now if you don't want to hear about that today. And yeah, so I think I'm just gonna dive right into the video. I wanted to make a video for National Eating Disorder Awareness Week, which is starting on Monday, which is tomorrow. There are a bunch of places all around the country that are doing events where people can just come out and feel okay with their bodies. They can come out and just like celebrate how they naturally are rather than like tearing themselves down and focusing on their weight. So it's all about just like feeling comfortable in your skin and being healthy and like body neutral. I wanted to just make this video because I really support that, and I felt like this would be the perfect time to kind of just like briefly share my story regarding eating disorders and then give some resources below on where you can find help if you are struggling or something like that. So let's jump into the nitty-gritty of it. I've had an eating disorder since, I don't know, I've had body dysmorphia ever since I was younger because I am 6'2", and so I am just like a naturally bigger person, and all of my friends are like half my size, and I've always been just like bigger. I'm like taller, I weigh more because my body is just big. And so growing up, I was just very self-conscious of that and my stomach and just like basically everything about my body I didn't like. I got made fun of a lot for being tall, and then like in middle school I was just like bullied a lot, and so I didn't really develop an eating disorder though until high school. I was very hating of my body in middle school, but it didn't really occur to me that like there was a messed up way that I could fix it, essentially. And I was also always someone who did sports, and so like I never knew why I jiggled a little bit more in a certain place than another girl or something like that. But then when I went to high school, I believe it was freshman year, I was just like busy all the time. I would get to school really early and stay all day, and then like stay at school late because I had various different like after school curriculars, and so I just like wasn't eating a lot. I didn't really get breakfast at school, and so I would eat lunch and then I would like forget to pack a dinner, and so I would just be eating lunch every day 5 days a week. So basically freshman year it started, I just stopped eating, and when I was like in the midst of my eating disorder, I didn't lose a ton of weight. And this is like a common misconception with eating disorders and like anorexia and stuff. When like some people don't have the anorexic body, and so people don't really realize that they're sick. And I remember I told someone about my eating disorder, and they told me that I wasn't anorexic because I didn't look anorexic. And that's just like so damaging, because you can be sick and not look sick. And it's very hard because like when you are sick, that's kind of the end goal. You want to look thinner. And so for someone to say that is just like very invalidating. And yeah, so I didn't really, like, if you would look back at pictures of me, I looked skinnier, but not like the concerning super bony skinny. Like I had thinner legs and like a pancake ass and stuff like that, but it was never like something that looked scary. And so yeah, when I actually, like, what really pulled me out of it was there would be days when I was just freezing and shaking, and I felt so hollow and like just a shell of a person. Like, I didn't feel real because like my brain, I was so tired all the time and just really weak that it was just, I became very spacey. And it got to the point where I like couldn't sleep. I was shaking and my hair was falling out, and I was just like, what is happening? Like, what am I doing? How did I get here? Like, that kind of thing. I was someone who didn't need to seek treatment. I could pull myself out, but I know that that's not always the case for everybody. After I like started eating again and started gaining weight back and stuff like that, the eating disorder doesn't go away. So like, you always, like, once you have this thing, it's always with you. And like, even to this day, like, I'm not perfect. I still like struggle just like with thinking about how many calories are in something, or like looking in the mirror and just like seeing all the like little chubby bits or like jelly bits. I don't know how to explain it. Just comparing myself to people online and stuff like that. And so it's something that like once it starts, it stays with you for the rest of your life. And like, even though I'm not actively anorexic right now, it is just something that is like in my head constantly. That's why I wanted to talk about just like the societal implications that it has, because I feel like there's this stereotype that women should be small, you know? And so like being a naturally just like big woman, like I can't change my height. And like, it's one of those things that you just can't, some people just can't change. And that's like another thing with weight. There are just people who are naturally heavier than other people or naturally curvier than other people in certain places, and you just like, no matter how hard you try, your bone structure won't let you. And regardless, I just don't think that weight and how much space someone takes up should be as big of an issue to society as it is today. You know, older people will always say they look back on their younger selves and they're like, oh my gosh, I thought I was so fat in that picture, or something like that. And it like makes them sad to think of a time when they were just so hateful to their body, you know? And that's another thing. Like, I don't think the word fat should have a bad implication. It has people say it in a bad way. And I am like, like when I look at myself and I'm like, oh my gosh, I look so fat today. I am actively participating in that too, even though I'm not like using it in a derogatory term, in a derogatory way to describe someone else. I'm describing myself as it, and by doing that, I'm actively fat shaming in a way. And so I just feel like there's a major reset that needs to happen with society and talking about eating disorders and this huge issue. In light of this being National Eating Disorder Awareness Week, I thought that I would share some information with everyone on my channel about eating disorders, because like I said, it's one of those taboo things that people don't really talk about, but it affects such a wide variety of people. So I've pulled up the nationaleatingdisorder.org website, and this is under the Learn tab under Health Consequences, and I'm just gonna read off some of the things that go wrong when you have an eating disorder in your body. Consuming fewer calories than you need means that the body breaks down its own tissue to use for fuel. Muscles are some of the first organs broken down, and the most important muscle in the body is the heart. Pulse and blood pressure begin to drop as the heart has less fuel to pump blood and fewer cells to pump with. The risk for heart failure rises as the heart rate and blood pressure levels sink lower and lower. Slowed digestion, known as gastroparesis, food restriction and or purging by vomiting, interferes with normal stomach emptying and the digestion of nutrients, which can lead to stomach pain and bloating, nausea and vomiting, blood sugar fluctuations, blocked intestines from solid masses of undigested food, bacterial infections, feeling full after eating only small amounts of food. Binge eating can cause the stomach to rupture, creating a life-threatening emergency. Vomiting can wear down the esophagus and cause it to rupture, creating a life-threatening emergency. Both malnutrition and purging can cause pancreatitis and inflammation of the pancreas. Symptoms include pain, nausea, and vomiting. Although the brain weighs only 3 pounds, it consumes up to 1/5 of the body's calories. Dieting, fasting, self-starvation, dehydration and or erratic eating means the brain isn't getting the energy it needs, which can lead to obsessing about food and difficulties concentrating. Extreme hunger or fullness at bedtime can create difficulties falling or staying asleep. Severe dehydration and electrolyte imbalances can lead to seizures and muscle cramps. If the brain and blood vessels can't push enough blood to the brain, it can cause fainting or dizziness, especially upon standing. The body makes many of its needed hormones with the fat and cholesterol we eat. Without enough fat and calories in the diet, levels of hormones can fall, including sex hormones, estrogen, and testosterone. Lowered sex hormones can cause menstruation to fail, to begin, to become irregular, or to stop completely. Lowered sex hormones can significantly increase bone loss, known as osteopenia and osteoporosis, and the risk of broken bones and fractures. So I hope I didn't sound too much like a robot, just like reading facts and spewing information at you. I'm not going to read any more because I don't want to, do that. I don't want to be that boring on camera, just reading from a screen, but I highly recommend checking out the National Eating Disorder website. They have so many amazing resources and so much information that is so helpful. So yeah, check out the website if you are interested in more information about this. I think I'm going to try and wrap this video up here because I don't really want it to be super long. I really want my channel to be like a correct representation of myself. And so I am very cheery and happy and love life and I love singing and stuff like that, but there are also things that have happened in my life that aren't so bright and sunshiny. And so I definitely, and in my day-to-day, I'm a very open person about the things that I've gone through, and so I want to translate that to this channel. So that's why I'm making this video, and I want everybody to know no one needs to be concerned about me. I am okay. Like, I'm okay. I promise. I just wanted to make this video to educate people and to bring awareness about this issue and to let you know, like, you probably know someone who's been through something similar, and it's not as shocking as you would believe that one of your best friends or your sister or your husband or your brother or your uncle has gone through an eating disorder. It's way more prevalent than people think. And yeah, I just wanted to make this a platform where people know that you're not alone, and that if you have gone through struggles like this, that you can come here, and this is like a safe space to have an open discussion about it and to discuss issues like this and have them taken seriously, because I take these things very seriously. I feel like this video was a little bit of a ramble. I didn't really have a script or anything. Sometimes with longer and more serious videos, I script them just to like hit a few bullet points and keep a flow of it, and I feel like maybe I should have done that with this one because I feel like I just rambled for like 15-20 minutes. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. You are so loved by so many. I love you so much if you're watching my videos. I hope you have a great day, night, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. And yeah, if you want to subscribe to me, I make videos every other Sunday. Let me know if there's anything you want to see in the comments. Like this video if you like it. Just let me know anything in the comments, honestly. Like, I always love hearing from you guys. It really does, like, I don't know why I keep doing this with my hands. But it really does make my days better seeing little, like, comments from you guys. So, yeah. And I will leave some really helpful resources below in the description box, so please check them out. Yeah, if you feel comfortable enough and you have a story that's similar to mine and you want to share, then by all means, DM me on Instagram or comment below. I want to hear from you guys. So yes, with that, I'm going to end this very long, rambly video that I feel like I kind of botched. It's okay. It's done. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.